What's up, y'all? It's your girl Queen P, and I am back with another video. So by the title, you already know I'm doing my Q&A. I had posted a photo and I asked you guys to ask me some questions so I can answer. So let's hop straight into this video. Okay, y'all, so I am looking at my MacBook. So y'all see me looking down, I'm looking at y'all questions on YouTube that y'all wanted to ask me. So someone asked me, do you have a different career you want to do besides trucking? You guys know, if you are, not new to my channel, that I am known for trucking, but I am an entrepreneur. I do Airbnb, I do YouTube. I also am trying to get into stocks. So once I'm ready, I will hop straight into that. So a career path, there's no other career that I would want. Trucking is the only thing that I would do that would, be assigning me a paycheck. Other than that, everything else is entrepreneur. It's a passive income that I really can make in my sleep. That's what I'm really mainly focused on, because really that's where the bag is at. And I also am thinking about getting into another endeavor. I'm going to release that to you guys once I get it all together. I'm pretty sure you guys will support me with that because it's a really great idea. But yeah, I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I'm an entrepreneur already. It's just that I do love trucking. That's the only career that makes me feel like it's not a job. So no other career. Where are you from? Any kids? I am from Detroit, Michigan. You guys know I stay in Houston. No children. I do have nieces and nephews. I love them to death. They love me to death, but I do not have children of my own. Would you date another truck driver? No. No. You like women or nah? See, I automatically started reading that question. I should have skipped over, but no, I do not. I do not like women. What is your real name? I do not want to say my real name because I branded myself on YouTube as Queen P Baby. So I love when people call me Queen P. I do not want to give my real name because I feel like I branded Queen P already, and that's just what I really wanted. So if I really wanted to, I would have named my channel after myself, but I didn't want to do that. So Queen P, I love when people call me Queen P because, I have created a name for myself, and that's what I like to be called. So I don't want people calling me by my real name on here. So hopefully you don't get offended, but if you do, sorry. Are you married? No, I'm not. How often do you come to North Carolina? I've been to North Carolina probably like 8 times, but I haven't been there recently, so I'm not sure how often because I haven't been there in a while. What is your ethnicity? I am African American. I am Black. If I'm mixed with something else, I do not know, but from my knowledge, I am Black and beautiful. What do you think about autonomous trucks? Good luck, I guess I would say that. If it ever was to be very successful, I guess we would be put out of business, or, we wouldn't have no jobs. But I don't see a semi-truck, driving itself. I feel like safety-wise, I just don't think it's a good idea because things already be faulting in a regular truck, So if they fault in a regular truck, like if it faults on its own, there's no driver to pull over. Like, what is it going to do? It's going to be told to pull over when a light comes on or something. I don't know. I just feel like with technology, I think that's just taking it too far. But, everybody else has their own opinion. I just don't think it's a good idea. So that trucker life is real, not just for men. I agree. It's definitely real. It's something that you really have to enjoy doing, or you're just going to see it as a job. So think about that before you come into trucking. Team Taurus. Hey, May 10th. If it's some Tauruses on my channel, when's y'all birthday? Let me know. Let me know. What's up, gorgeous? I have so many questions, but we're going to keep it simple. Are you dating or are you just chilling? I mean, the people want to know. No, I am not dating. I am definitely chilling. Thank you for being very calm about that question, because some of these questions I'm like, well, now why would you ask me that? But I'm going to answer that for you. No, I'm not dating. I'm not dating, guys. What trucking school did you attend? I am from Michigan, like I said, so I attended a trucking school in my hometown. It's in a state, it's in a city called Sterling Heights, Michigan, so that's where I went to school at. So the last job you was working at, did you ever get another trucking job, or you just chilling right now? Vegas bound. Shout out to Vegas. I actually thought about moving to Vegas. Let me know how you like Vegas. If you see me responding to you, let me know how you like living in Vegas. I'm just chilling, so I don't have a job yet. How long did it take you to be a professional truck driver? Are you in a relationship? If not, why? It only took me a month to be a truck driver. Like, I don't know. Maybe I need to read into that. Like, what's the new stipulations on being a truck driver? Because I know that, they got more strict about it. But when I got mine, thank God I got mine when I got mine. It only took me a month, literally 4 weeks. And I was a professional truck driver. And I did work hard for that. So, yeah, even in that month, like, it was very, very hands-on, which I'm a great hands-on learner. You only got to show me one time and I'm good, So, but with trucking, it took me those whole 4 weeks. I'm not going to say that like I just had it. Like, no. It was stressful. I even cried in truck driving school, okay? Because I was like, I know it ain't that hard to back this truck up. But yeah, it only took me 4 weeks. Are you in a relationship? If not, why? I am not in a relationship, and I don't really like saying why no more. When people ask me why you're not in a relationship, or why are you single, I just be like, I guess it just isn't meant for me to have a relationship yet. So, because if it was, I would be in one, right? So I don't really like telling why, what happened. I'm not in one yet. So I'm a new female trucker. Yay, I got a female trucker on my comments. Guys, like, when I first did my YouTube, I thought I was gonna have a lot of women. I'm gonna talk about that in another video. But I thought I was gonna have more women on my channel. Like, I was really trying to intrigue women and really let them know, like, what to do and how to be safe out here and stuff like that. I thought I would have way more females on my channel, but it's so many men. And granted, thank y'all to the men that are very respectful to me and show me support, but dang, like, I thought it would be way more females, but it's okay. She said, I just got my CDL at the beginning of the year. I'm saving up money. What are things I should invest my money in? I don't just want to have it sitting in my account. You's a smart girl. You's a smart girl. But I will tell you what I think, but also do your research, because you are your best asset. So always research on your own. But personally, for me, I'm thankful that you asked me this question. I think you should invest in stocks, dividends. I think you should invest your money in passive income. So think of something that you can make money in your sleep. Like me, one of my passive incomes, I do Airbnb. That business grosses me a lot of money in my sleep. Like, I wake up to a notification that somebody booked my place and that I have money being sent to my account. Like, that's the greatest thing in the world. Like, you're never going to get tired of seeing that when you wake up. So think about that. What else would I invest in? You can invest in like a rental space and rent it out to people. You can do Turo. I've heard a lot of people have done Turo and they're very successful. Just make sure you read deeply into that, because you have to think about people crashing the vehicle. Just make sure you do the the proper steps, or learn the proper steps to do that before you hop into that. But basically, I would do anything passive income, like somewhere where you don't have to be there and make it. It's amazing. You will never get tired of it. Trust me on that, okay? So look up passive income. There's also digital products, drop shipping, e-commerce. There's a lot of things you could be doing. I'm just glad you asked me that question. So I wish very much success to you, because you're already thinking outside of the box. So what's the longest trip you ever took on your bike? Also, do you ride with the group, club, chapter, however the world is worded? Sorry, I feel like I can't ask a basic question. You really already have said most things at some point. I do not have my own motorcycle, guys. I know how to ride everything, literally, from jet skis, 4-wheelers, 3-wheelers, motorcycles. Shoot. I know I am a pretty girl, but I am a tomboy. Like, I was with my dad when I was growing up a lot. So I have my dad all through me. Like, I'm literally a boy in a girl's body. So I love to do anything exciting that rushes my adrenaline. Like, I get to my hands dirty, okay? But so I know you guys are referring to the picture that you seen on my intro. Those are my birthday pictures, and it was someone else's bike. But I am going to get my own bike. I want to get a motorcycle. I want to get a three-wheeler as well. Like, I'm so in love with three-wheelers. Like, I don't know, it's just the look of it make me feel bossy. Like, I just got to stand up on it and do some stunt kind of stuff, you know? But I have driven with a charter before, though. Not a charter, a club. I was in Atlanta and my friend had a bike, and they were like literally riding around the city all day. It was so therapeutic. Like, it was just so lit. So lit. And they was going super fast. I was like, oh shit. Oh no. They just let me know that I don't really be doing nothing. Like, they was gone, but it was a blast, y'all. Like, they just stand around, have a ball, go to different locations. Like, it's really fun. So if I had my own motorcycle, I definitely would be in a club for sure. Like, it's just lit. Like, they pick a day to ride out and just be vibing, you know, just a vibe. So if your man ride motorcycles and they want to go with the boys, you know, with their group or their club, let them. Like, they really just be vibing for real. So when you was in school to get your CDL license, did you have to break down a brake chamber and say what it does and how it operates? This is just something that I want to know, and this is killing me. If you're asking me if I had to pick apart the brake chamber, no, I did not have to do that. That might be a new thing that they're doing. If they're making you actually like break it down, like literally part by part, I didn't have to do that, but I did have to say exactly what it does. Like in trucking school, I had a paper. It was a big stack of paper, and it was different chapters. And, you know, you had to really recite what each part does. Like, for wires, you make sure there's nothing loose, rips, damage. Like, you really had to say the wordings that it said on the paper. So that's what I had to do. So with the brake system, I did have to say exactly what it does. Make sure, you know what I'm saying, that the pads were not thin. Make sure nothing was cracked, broken. Like, we really did used to have to say that, you know, and the testing part is very important. So if you're having a hard time with that, you may need to repeat that. Like, every day when you get out of school, I made it, when I got out of school, I made it my duty to take an hour and read that whole thing. Like, from the chapter we first started at, chapter 1, all the way to the chapter we was at the day that I left class. So I just repeated it, and then I had my sister, you know, I gave her the paper and I had to say it without looking at it. So I know it's very tedious, but you don't want to be taking that test twice. So just do it. I know it's like annoying, but you will get through it. Do big rigs have a pivot point? Yes, they do. I love your vibes. Thank you. What do you think about doing touch Fright, like working for a food service company with your CDL? I'm not a big fan of touch Fright. I don't think I would ever take a job that does touch Fright. It's a lot of hands-on work. It is hard work. But, you know, a lot of people do local work if they want local, and if they really want local, they do not have a problem or an issue, you know. Touching Fright, this is not my thing. Like, I feel like I'm not a truck driver if I touch Fright. But I'm not discrediting anybody who touches Fright. It's just not my thing, you know. Like, I feel like I'll be actually working. Like, I like the freedom of being a truck driver. Like, I can get out and, you know what I'm saying, work out, stretch, whatever, while they're unloading me. I can be asleep while they're loading me. Like, it's my choice, you know. I feel like I would actually be working if I had touch Fright. But if you want to do it, do it. Like, it's up to you. Don't let nobody make no decision for you. Okay, this is your life. So it's I heard, you know what I'm saying, it isn't that bad if you're a hard worker, but hey, that's up to you again. I want to ask you about your balance. How do you balance it all? Firstly, trucking is a difficult field. I know it because I do it myself. Now, whether it's distance, repetitive loads, if you're staying local, this way of life kills most of your time just to make your money. It becomes so time consuming. How do you allow time for real life needs, working out, me time, needs to do around the house, to internal issues and recreation, lastly, relationship wants and needs? It is even a priority. Is it even a priority? Okay, so basically balance, I put that on me. I don't really blame anything that's going on in my life with, you know, what I choose to do. So if I want to do it, I'm gonna do it. Like, ain't nobody gonna tell me what I'm going to do and not gonna do. That's one thing, if y'all don't know about me already, that you will find out if you know, haven't been here the whole journey with me. To the people that's been here, you already know how I rock. I does me to the fullest, because they don't care about you. So make sure you get a job that understands that quality of life means something to you. So I don't take jobs that makes me feel like I can't do what I need to be doing. So I always ask that right up front. That's why I say don't just hop into a truck. Like, it's just so important to have more than one source of income, so you can make sure you get what you really supposed to be getting out of these jobs. So quality of life means everything to me, and I also don't make excuses. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are going to be offended by that, because people get offended by the stupidest things. Like, because it's the truth, people get offended, right? Me, I don't make no excuses. And when I am, one thing about me is I can be a big procrastinator, very big procrastinator, but I know I'm procrastinating because I know I can still do it when I want to do it. I'm trying to stop that, but I'm just being honest. Like, I'm not perfect at all. I have my days where I be like, I knew I should have worked out, but I didn't. It's all about choices. Like, once I realized that, my life is so much easier. So the first question you ask is, how do I balance it all? I balance it basically just by just doing it. Just do it, like Nike said, just do it. So when I get off of work, if I really know I need to do something, I'm gonna do it, right? So trucking is a very difficult field. Let's not get that. But I think it's also the way you look at it as well. You know, I try to turn everything into a positive. Back in the day, I didn't know how to balance that. So the negative used to overweigh my positives. But now that I'm like I feel like I've always been super positive to everybody else in their life. But for my life back in the day, I used to be very hard on myself and very negative towards myself. But now that's like a thing of the past. Like, if it's negative, I don't even deal with it. You know, we're going to turn it into a positive, because that's the only way we're going to get through it anyway. You know, negatives never work. It's just really just to try to keep you there where you at and not progress. So yeah. So how do I allow time for my real life needs? Basically, whatever I need to do, I just do it. I make time for everything. So that could, you know, some people get off of work, right? And let me just say, like, being a truck driver, you know, people feel like it's time consuming, because, you know, you still have to back the truck in when you get there. You still have to, you know, do your post trip, and then you have to, you know, get your stuff out of the truck for the weekend, or whatever you're doing, however you're doing. You come home every weekend or every other weekend, whatever. You have to do all of that, right? So that consumes time. But then you have to sometimes sit in traffic to get home or whatever, right? So yeah, all of that is true, but we have to understand as well that other people that get off of work at these office jobs, and also they're really sitting in traffic as well. So everything that we doing in life is time consuming. So it just depends on what you allow to consume your mind, really, because you might think that, oh, I'm just working office jobs so I can get home better on time. But like, living in a big city like where I stay in Houston, it's traffic at a certain time, and you know you're not getting home till this time. Like, everybody that stays here knows that. So you could think of it like that, or you could just be like, when I get home, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, and I'm not gonna touch my phone. I'm not gonna cut on the TV. I'm not gonna do none of that until I do what I said I was gonna do. I guarantee you, your life will turn around. You will be a happier person, because it's really just that simple. You either gonna do it or you don't. And then when I need to do something, I'm gonna let my job know, like, hey, I'm not coming in. I gotta do this. This is important. You know, like, nobody's gonna tell me what's important to me. If I know I need to get it done, I'm gonna get it done. So that's why it's important to take a job that you know that will allow you room to do that. Or, you know, just a laid back job, just like, all right, cool, you know? So it's really that simple for me. I'm not saying it's simple for other people, because, you know, maybe some people feel like they can't do that, but that's just how I operate. So, and you said, lastly, relationship wants and needs. Is it even a priority? I'm not in a relationship, so that is not my priority, but I would be with someone that understands my lifestyle. I'm not really a person that likes, I'm not hounding nobody. If you can't understand, you know, my life. And anyways, I used to be an over-the-road truck driver. I'm not an over-the-road truck driver no more. But for those people that are over the road, like, you need someone that understands your lifestyle. You need someone that will rock with you no matter where you at. If you always got to think in the back of your mind what they are doing, or you got to haul off and go to the house every other day, you know what I'm saying? You're not really doing your work because you're too focused on what's going on at home. You might not be in the right relationship, you know? So some people even go on the road with a person, you know, if they can handle it. You know, I don't know. I feel like the other person will make sacrifices for you if they really love you. So if they don't really rock with you, they just gonna show you that they don't, and people need to just learn how to move on. So, and honestly, for my YouTube, because you asked me, I didn't see this question. You asked me about my, you know, me adding YouTube to the mix. How do I balance it out? I love YouTube. It's something I passionately love doing. So when I'm making videos, like I take my computer with me, I take my MacBook with me, I take my phone with me, whatever I need to get it done, and I get it done. Like, and I love editing because I be cracking it myself, like editing it for y'all. Like, even if, you know, it's late at night or whatever, it only takes me, it takes a while. You know, editing takes a minute, especially like if you're super perfectionist. Like, I know it can take a while, but I just love doing it, so I don't make no excuses. So literally, like when you're at shippers and stuff, if you're a YouTuber, if you're at shippers and stuff and you already have videos that you need to edit and get done, like I'm pretty sure those people probably be editing while they waiting, you know, for their loads to get unloaded, because that's me. I'm gonna do it because I want to do it and I love doing it. So it could be a lot, and when you need to take a break, just take a break. How do you stay in shape while OTR? Ooh, I couldn't wait to get to this question. Shout out to Ann. But when I first started truck driving, y'all, I wasn't that big, but I was on the thicky side, you know? So when I first started, I wasn't that big. Started eating sloppy, nasty. Talking about I was always at the truck stop. Subway was my main thing. I didn't really, Subway, Taco Bell. If they had a Popeyes, I used to always eat that as well. Wendy's. And I just, you know, eating that every day is not good. I was big as F. Okay, super big when I first started. My biggest weight that I've been at is 240 pounds. And I've been over 200 pounds since I've been out of high school, and I really got tired of it, y'all. So if you're not tired of being overweight, you're not gonna do anything about it. You're gonna keep telling yourself tomorrow, and you're never gonna do it, and you're gonna keep on gaining weight. So it's really all about a mindset. It goes right back, that is really important, guys. Like, we can't get nowhere in life with a horrible mindset. And everybody has their bad days where their mindset might take over, you know, and you're trying to battle, you know, get back on the positive wave. That's normal, but our mindset is everything. So once I decided I was tired, I was tired for real. And once I seen what my body looked like outside of me being big, because now when I look at pictures of me back in the day, I be like, who is that? Who is this? Like, I don't even know who she is, you know? Like, granted, I've always been a beautiful girl, but if I had to say something myself, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Ooh, I didn't even know I could get that beautiful. I didn't even know I could get this beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you should look at it. Like, how would I look if I just put the effort in and lose the weight? So I just stay in shape because I look at pictures. Like, when I want to, you know, do some crazy stuff, like eat real bad or whatever, I look at them pictures and be like, yeah, no, I'm good. You know, it's not even worth it, because you know how you're going to feel once you gain the weight. You're going to be sad, depressed, or whatever. So I really stay in shape because I want to stay in shape. It's really all up to you. Like, you don't have to eat bad on the road. You don't have to. And if you're a snacker, I would suggest you get some healthy snacks. Get something that you really enjoy that's healthy, you know? So there's a lot of things as well, because people love to say, oh, healthy food is nasty. You're not putting no effort into it. That's it. Have you ever had therapy, a therapist, through your trucking career? Do you think that's a good investment? What's your family background as far as occupations? Do a get ready video with me showing us how to achieve bomb edges. Laugh my ass off. I got you, girl. Okay, so I already answered what my ethnicity was, so I'm not gonna answer it again, but I will answer the other question. So have I ever had therapy or a therapist through my trucking career? No, I have not, and I do think it's a good investment. So yes, I do. If you guys have been with me for a long time, if you guys have been with me through my whole journey Since I first started my YouTube, then you guys know that I've been through the most traumatic experience I've ever been through in my life, and that was a tornado in my semi-truck. I was very much so traumatized. I still am traumatized in a sense because I'm still weary of the weather, but I am very aware of the weather, like very aware now since, you know, that experience, because I'm from the Midwest, so I'm not used to tornadoes. So when that tornado caught me off guard, because I did check the weather and it said, you know, it was clear, and out of nowhere that tornado hit the ground and I was in the middle of it, like that's very traumatizing. And then after the tornado was over, I seen who didn't survive in their trucks. Like that's very traumatizing as well, because it's like, damn, they didn't make it and I made it, you know? And I feel like there was a lot of people being very insensitive to my situation. Like, well, you alive, so you know, that's besides the point. You know what I'm saying? Granted, it's a lot of people who only care about themselves. That's great, but I don't think like that. Somebody didn't make it home. You feel what I'm saying? And by me even being in the middle of a tornado, the eye of the tornado, that's very traumatizing. You know what I'm saying? So it's an experience that you know what I'm saying, I hope I never experience again. But at the end of the day, this is a part of trucking, you know? So yes, I do think it's a very good investment, and I wish I would have went to therapy after that, because I was more so trying to rely on the people that I love, because I'm always there for them when they needed me, you know, emotional support or whatever. But it wasn't like that, so I wish I would have got that support, you know? I ended up lashing out like really bad, like going off. I'm talking about going off. I done went off, and it's just like, you know, damn, I really should have went to therapy for that. But I was so used, I'm such a strong person, and I'm so used to being my own support system. I just think I should have got some help. But thank God I did pull myself through it, because that dark hole, I was battling that dark hole, that, you know, that dark hole was really trying to come for me, and I just couldn't allow it to do that. It was a traumatizing moment, and it traumatized me for a few months after that. So, yeah, but I am a positive person, so that does work. But for a lot of people, they might not be that strong. So I do think it's a very great investment. So what's your family background as far as occupations? My dad was a truck driver. Love you, Dad. He was a truck driver, but he's always been an entrepreneur. Like, he always had his own businesses going on. So that's where I get it from. I don't know, he just never settled. I never seen him settle, so that's where I get that from as well. So he was a truck driver. My mom was a waitress, a cocktail server waitress. She's always done that. My mom is a very bubbly person. She likes people, so she's always done that. My sister, she works for the government. She graduated college. That's my boo, period. Everybody is from a well-known background. So basically, like, my family either has entrepreneur occupations, or they, you know, had a very decent job or a nice job. So that's just the background of that. Do they have OTR for intermodal? That's a great question. I'm not sure. I'm both a new driver and a new subscriber. What do you think about car hauling? It's local and I start next week. Welcome to trucking. Thank you for subscribing and supporting my channel. I've seen car hauling, and I think it's pretty effing dope for everybody who does it, because you literally have to sit in a truck with a car on top of your head. So like, it's very interesting, the things that truck drivers go through to help out the community. And I feel like we get so much hate and backlash, you know, but people wouldn't have half the stuff they have if it wasn't for us, you know. So I feel like those people are very courageous, very strong, and they know what they're doing, because they really be doing it. You know, so shout out to y'all. Shout out to the car haulers. You really have to get up there and strap all those cars down. You have to make sure it's very secure before you, you know, go off on the road. So it's local. If it's local, get it. Like, if that's what you want to do, do it. Don't let people tell you not to do something. Make sure you always test it out first for yourself, right? Because people love to tell you what doesn't work because it didn't work for them. So I'm not going to be that person. I'm going to tell you to go for it. And if you don't like it, switch to something else. But shout out to the car haulers, though. Will you be doing more Michigan trips? I am probably about to move back to Michigan. Yeah. That's going to be another video for another day. I will say in short that I do love Houston for what I love it for, but at the same time, I'm just not sure if Houston is like my last stop, you know. So what's the furthest you ever drove? Do you ever do California runs? And the picture is beautiful, by the way. Love the loungewear. Cute, for real. Thank you. The furthest I ever drove, I don't know how to answer that question because I feel like it just depends on where you started at, you know? So I don't know, that's a good question. I would never do a California run. I just don't like all the stipulations that come with California, all the rules they have. So I have no desire to do that side at all. So no, I've never done a California run. Are you an owner operator, and what's the hardest thing to adapt to in the trucking industry? No, I'm not an owner operator, and the hardest thing to adapt to in trucking, basically, if you're a people person, I guess the hardest thing would be, you know what I'm saying, adjusting to not being around people all the time. You know, but it just depends on what lane you're doing. So that might not even affect anything if you have the right lane. I adjusted to trucking pretty well because I'm really more of an introvert than I am an extrovert. So it didn't really bother me at all. I love my alone time. I operate very well on my own. A lot of people don't, but I do. I really don't need that much people interaction at all. Like not even 1%. And I know that's probably sounding horrible, but I really just enjoy being to myself. Like, I'm the person that be talking to myself. I'm the person that be having a ball by myself. Like, other people might see it as weird, but me, it's just like, that's just what I prefer, you know? So I'm not sure the hardest thing to adapt to for other people. So first, I want to say you look great. Thank you. My question is, do you meal prep? If so, what does it usually consist of? I do not meal prep. I just know what I'm eating and what I'm not eating. So I used to meal prep, but I do not do that. I feel like my need to eat something fresh every day just will not allow me to meal prep. I don't like it. I like fresh food, so I cook my food every day, and I don't have no issues with it. I just make time for it. So I usually eat eggs in the morning. I have my vegetarian bacon, or on Sundays I'll have eggs, my pancakes, and you know, my veggie bacon. That's very simple. I usually eat that every morning. It's never different. I have my keto yogurt because I stay away from sugars. I do not eat sugar. I eat sugar in my diet, but it's literally minimal to none. Like, that's just how I am. I'm good on sugar. Sugar is not my best friend for my body type. I will get fat real fast. So I have to be mindful of what I'm putting in my body. So I do not eat heavy carbs. I do not eat a lot of sugar. So I have replaced all my favorite carbs with low carb stuff. So it's usually keto. Like I found my favorite keto bread. I found my favorite keto yogurt. And for dinner, I'm a pescatarian, so I do like to eat fish. So that's the only thing I eat. I eat fish. So salmon, catfish. I really love salmon. That's my favorite. So that's usually what I'm eating, with a side of salad, a good salad too, okay, with spinach and romaine lettuce. You know, I mix those together. I have my Italian dressing, and then I have my ranch. You know, I mix that together. Like, I make eating fun, healthy wise, because it really is up to you. So just take what you love and then try to take out some of the bad stuff, like carbs and all of that. Sugar, it's really not good for you. I know it's good, but it's just really not good for you. Some people can eat it and they don't gain weight. Kudos to y'all. I wish I was y'all, but I'm not. So I have to be mindful. And even if I didn't gain weight from eating, you know, bad foods, I'm still good on it. Now, I do have my times my days where I want to eat what I want to eat, and I'll go get some fried catfish or some, you know, I make some air fried salmon. Like, I'll be having a ball with my food. Like, you just have to really love your food, and it'll come out like that, healthy or not. So how long do you plan on trucking? Do you think it's a good idea to be an OTR driver for 20 plus years? I'm not sure how long I'm going to be trucking. I don't really look that far ahead in the future, like 10 years plus. Like, I really just go by, you know, maybe 1 to 3 years, and then when that third year come up, then I, you know, make sure my plans is, you know, going according to the plan, and then I just, you know what I'm saying, go from there. No. Nobody should be OTR for 20 plus years. Absolutely not. I don't think it's a good idea. I think you need to have a better plan. OTR is really basically for you to stack as much money as you want to. You know, you make great money, but you're not really home at all. So I just don't think everybody should adjust to that lifestyle. But some people love being over the road, so I can't tell you what's good and what's not. Like, I just think for me, I'm not doing 20 years of OTR. So yeah, no, I don't think so. I'm more of a dedicated local kind of person now. I love regional as well because I don't have to be home every day. You know, I could be home every other day. That's cool. But being over the road, I don't know. It's not my style. No, it was cool when I did it, but I just wouldn't go back to do it for 20 years. No. What made you really choose to do trucking vlogs, and what kind of other vlogs would you be interested in doing? Well, if you actually watch my channel, I do other vlogs. Like I said, I don't like to be put in the box. So I thought it was a very strong choice to make to even be a truck driver. So, you know, I just wanted to, you know, intrigue other women as well. That was my main reason for doing it. But a lot of men support me. Shout out to y'all, like I said. But I really was trying to aim for women and let them know, you know, like if you were thinking about any other outlet, this could be one. So, and I just love trucking vlogs because I just love kicking it with y'all and just, you know, having conversations, random conversations. Like I told y'all, I always be thinking, so I'm always got something to talk about in my head. So, you know, I just love vlogging because it's lit, really. If you know how to talk to people, or if you just, you know, good at what you do, then it's just something that I love doing. So the other vlogs that I be doing, I do lifestyle vlogs. I do come with me vlogs. Like I do other kind of vlogs. If you haven't seen them, go check them out. You have briefly talked about your diet and intermittent fasting, but can you give a little more detail just about what made you try keto or fasting? Okay, so I decided to try keto because nothing else worked. I had a lot of trainers tell me like, you didn't have to, you know, go to that extreme and do keto. You know, keto is not a good diet. But like I said, everything is not for everybody. And I wish that would, you know, be more understandable, but people don't care. They just choose to put their negativity where they could put it. But keto was the only thing that got a hold of my bad eating. Could I have lost the weight the regular way? Maybe, but I've tried it and it did not work. I went right back to eating like a pig, right? So keto opened my eyes like, okay. So like, it really was a light that was like, oh. Like that's the only thing that got my eating habits under control. Now, am I still doing keto? No, I know I'm not in keto no more, but my body has adjusted and I have not gained no weight. Like the most I have gained was 8 pounds. I was 155 and now I am 163. Like my body has adjusted to my eating habits, but I still eat healthy. So I still eat keto stuff. Like I fell in love with a lot of keto products. I still keep those under wraps for like when I want to have chocolate or when I want to have, you know what I'm saying, a little snack. I don't go back to regular snacks. I haven't had a donut in I don't know how long. And I be seeing Krispy Kreme donuts now. Lord have mercy. Bless your heart, bless your heart. But it's just too much, you know, too much sugar. So I'm good. I don't even like sugar no more. Like keto really helped my whole lifestyle. I love keto and I'm not telling nobody else to try it. If, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to, don't. But keto changed my life. Literally. That's the only thing that got my bad eating under wraps. So, and even still, like when I catch myself eating, like, nah, cause you know what's crazy is that I love potato chips. Like, I will literally sit there and eat a whole bag of chips, and not the little chips. I'm talking about a big bag of chips. Like, that is so bad. And I have done it after losing weight, and it's just like, you know you weren't supposed to do that. So, but I look at my old pictures and I be like, we're not going back to that, you know, because it's easy to overindulge in stuff. It's easy to overindulge in food. And so, yeah, I just try not to be hard on myself. I eat really healthy, but I also know that potato chips is my vice. Like, I can stop eating anything bad in the world, but I will eat the heck out of some potato chips. Like, but, so yeah, keto really got me under control, for real. So you should try it if you want to. I think it's a very great way to, you know, other people have tried everything and it did not work. Working out, trying to eat healthy, trying to cut back. People cut back on food or go on so many diets all the time and none of it worked. Keto helped me. What's the biggest change you've noticed since losing the weight? And what tips would you give to those wanting to start their health journey? The biggest change I've seen is my body, my face. Like, I'm gonna try to insert a picture so you can see if I can insert a picture. I was always beautiful, but I just feel so like I feel very sexy now. You know, you never know what you look like outside of your big weight until you lose the weight. And now that I've lost the weight, I'm never going back there, ever. I just could not get it under control. Like, I always wanted this certain kind of body type. Keto gave me that, exactly what I wanted. Like, I have cuts in my stomach and I'm not even all the way in shape. So once I really lock in, oh, it's over. I don't want no hard stomach, but I just love seeing cuts in my stomach. You know, like, I just love everything. I love seeing the cuts in my body. My arms are, you know, they had their cuts. And, you know, I have my dad's build, so I got my broad shoulders. You know, I just love everything about my body because it's, like, more so in a feminine way now. I feel like I was a sumo wrestler back then, you know? That's the biggest change I've seen is my body. Tips that I would give to those wanting to start your health journey. Food is an addiction. I'm gonna say that. It's an addiction and it makes you think you need it or you want it, and people eat and they not even hungry. So I would say don't eat until you're hungry. Learn how to fast. Fasting will change your life forever. I'm never gonna stop fasting. Never. Because right now I do caloric deficit. So basically I don't really watch I don't count how many calories I eat a day. I know I'm eating the right amount of calories I'm supposed to eat. Like, you will learn that as you go. But right now, use an app. I use the Carb Manager app for me when I was doing keto. And you could do it even after you get off keto. You can, you know, manage your carbs if you need to. I eat healthy and I leave it at that. I don't eat past when I'm full or anything. Like, and I also stop eating at a certain time. Back in the day, when I first started keto, I was stopping eating at 5 o'clock. Some people think that's way too early, but I stopped at 5 and I used to do 20 hours. So I didn't eat until 20 hours later. I did a 20-hour fast, but now I only do a 16-hour fast. So I'm not eating after 8 o'clock now, and sometimes I have went to like 9, you know, it's more torture because you can't eat until the afternoon, like 2 or 3 o'clock. But if you're not the kind of person that can do that, stop eating early. Fasting will change your life. Like, literally, not just for weight purposes, just mentally wise. And, you know what I'm saying, it just teaches you discipline. So what I will say is learn to get disciplined. Learn to battle yourself when you want that food. Like, ask yourself, is it worth it? And if you eat it, just try again. That's all I can say is don't give up. So you and 3 others motivated me to get my CDL. I just finished 1 day ago, waiting 48 hours to pick up from DMV in Texas. Who should I drive for? I want to be a tanker. Any recommendations? Okay, so you just got your CDL, so basically you have to get your tanker endorsement. Most people have their hazmat as well with the they have their hazmat and tanker endorsement, and even their X endorsement. Because I think when you have both, I think they call it X endorsement. So you still can get a job though with just your tanker endorsement. It just depends on the job. I've heard that Keenan Advantage is a great company in Houston, but I'm not sure as a lot of recommendations because I do not have my tanker endorsement yet. But I've had a lot of guys tell me that I should get my tanker because there's a lot of local options when you're a tanker. So, or even just regional home every other day or something like that. So please tap into other sources of information for that because I do not have a long list for you. So just keep on researching, and thank you for even asking me the question. Okay, y'all, so that was a great Q&A. Thank y'all so much for participating, and thank you for just being calm and collective and very respectful. That's just what I'm all about. I'm a very respectful person. I respect myself, so do not come on here asking me no crazy questions, even though they did. But I thank everybody who participated. I feel the love, and I just love kicking with y'all. So like I always say, I will always try to bring you guys the best content, but I'll always be myself all day, every day. Bye.